Hello my lovely Flosstube friends, I'm Tan at the Monogamous Cross Stitcher and welcome back to my channel. I'm cxc on Tan on Instagram, so if you want to follow me there, you don't already, then please go and follow me there. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for coming to spend some time with me. It's nice to have you here. I've had a little bit of an influx in subscribers lately, so I just want to say thank you. I do appreciate you all being here. Right then, so I have loads to tell you. Since I've been away, I have been to a wedding, I have been to a retreat, and I still have more things coming up, and I've also got gifts, happy mail, haul, finishes, and only one whip to show, actually. Yeah, one whip to show. I do also have plans, so this could very well be a long video, so yeah, hold on to that. I'm sort of going to go with it because I never write notes. I sometimes do have notes if I've got like Flosstubers and things I want to mention, but I'm just going to wing it today, so we're just going to go with it and just see how we go. Right, so first I'm going to start with the finishes. So this was a start and a finish in the month of September. This is my October Quaker, and I'll pop all the details just here. So I have been doing these, if you've been following me since December on YouTube then or Instagram, I haven't been doing these since December last year. The plan was to always be like a month ahead, and September just literally got away from me. Honestly, I was like, oh my god, it's bloody September, the end of September, I need to get on it. So I started this, I can't remember what date it was I started this, but I'll pop the date below, and then I just whacked on with it. I went to the retreat, and I always go to the retreats and I always get a little bit burnt out because I'm so excited to see people. I literally go around and talk to everyone on the first day, and then I'm literally sitting quiet with my earphones on because I've peopled myself out. So what I decided to do this time is try and sit and stitch, actually spend time with the table because I never do, and talk to people. So my plan was to sit and stitch, chat to the table, and then whenever I went to grab a coffee, that's when I'd walk around to the other tables, have a sit with them and have a chat to them. And I think I managed to talk to every single table actually this time around. I never normally get to all the tables, I normally always end up missing one. So I managed to get to every single table, so I was quite proud of myself. So I managed, I think, 2,545 stitches that weekend at Ladybird retreat. And that's very unlike me. You go to these retreats to stitch, you don't stitch. But I concentrated on this piece and I managed to get it finished the early hours of Sunday morning. Because you don't sleep when you go to a retreat, you know. So I'm very happy with how it turned out. I used the called for colours and I absolutely love them. They're very autumnal. I absolutely love that orange Fallen Leaves by Classic Colourworks. It's just gorgeous. So yeah, that was my first finish and a retreat finish. So I'm very happy with that. Very happy with how that one went. And my next finish, which was my focus piece, I'm not sure if this is going to be too big for my hefty little envelope, so I will try. So this was my focus piece. I wanted to get this done. I mean, I had my end date for this was going to be the end of October, because this was basically a birthday stitch along with my friend Tarina, who had a special birthday in June, and my special birthday is exactly 9 days away. So yes, my special birthday is in 9 days away, but all my big celebrations are happening this weekend, so I'm very excited for that. I get to spend it with all my favourite people. So I'm having a birthday meal tomorrow night with my entire family. My family is quite small, so my entire family. And then on Saturday I'm having a birthday stitchy day with 30 of my closest friends, who are, well, 29 if you don't include me. So I'm looking forward to spending the day with them, where we will be stitching, eating cake and talking all things cross stitch. If I'd have planned this weekend better, I could have planned a retreat, but I didn't have the idea until Shelley mentioned it in the, was it early summer? She mentioned it and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So I did the stitchy day, but yeah, very much looking forward to that. So this, I don't know if it's gonna might not stay, but we'll try, we'll go with it. So this was my second finish, so all the details are just there, and I absolutely loved stitching on this. Now I stitched on this with the Old Forest embroidery threads, which I feel really do add what's needed to the piece. You know, I'm not very keen on it in black block colour, but I absolutely loved stitching this piece. So I'm just going to come a bit closer so you can have a better look. It was, I don't think I've actually got round to iron this piece, so I'm really sorry about the creases. I finished it when I was at Richie's, not last weekend, the weekend before, and I just never got round to ironing it, so sorry about the creases. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with how that turned out. And that's my finishes. So I've been a busy bee. I've concentrated on getting my whip count right down. I'm now down to 2. I haven't done any on my flag at all. I do need to get back to doing some of that actually, but I haven't done any of that at all, so that's been very much abandoned for now. It's because I have to use a magnifier with it being 1/1 on 32 count. The magnifier hurts my eyes, so sort of I don't do it. But I am enjoying it still. I just need to get back to it. But never mind. So my only current active whip that I'm working on is my Carolyn Manning piece. So when it's finished, it'll look like this. And I'm absolutely loving this piece. So I am stitching this with Monica. I want to say Bunny Stitcher, but I'm not sure if that's her Instagram, so I'll pop her Instagram just here. But I'm absolutely loving this. It's all my favourite colours in one, blue, green and purple, so it's very me. And it's turned out very well. I'm not sure if you're following me on Instagram, you would see that I had an epic fail when I started this. So I started this on, I think it was 16 or 18 count green Ada, and I just didn't like the way it looked at all. So I ordered some 25 count and started it again, and now I'm very happy with it. Some people probably wouldn't like the gappy bits in the like darker colours, but I just love that you can see the crosses, you know, so I'm quite happy with that. So I'll bring it in closer. But yeah, I'm loving how that's turning out. turning out very well. It's beautiful, absolutely love it. So that's my finishes and my whips. So I've told you about my birthday stitchy day. So I went to a wedding. It's got to be about 3 weeks now, 3-4 weeks ago, beginning of September. So I went to a wedding, my friend's wedding, Shelley, and a group of us went, and I had a lovely time celebrating Shelley's wedding, celebrating her. A group of us all did a round robin type thing. So we all stitched on a wedding sampler and we gifted it to Shelley on her wedding day. So this was what we stitched. I think there was 9 or 10 of us that did it, and it turned out really well, and amazing that everything met, no mistakes at all. Fantastic. So yeah, she loved that, so we were chuffed to bits that she enjoyed that. So she's going to get it framed and put up somewhere in her house. And then after the wedding I stayed on in Newcastle because I wanted to see, of course, Cross Stitch Mad Sarah. It's compulsory if you're in the northeast that you need to see Sarah. So I spent the Sunday with Sarah and we had a really lovely stitchy day. We caught up. She's got terrible taste in music. Sorry Sarah, but you have. I absolutely, yeah, her music is terrible. Yeah, so sorry Sarah. Anyway, so I had a lovely Sunday stitchy day with Sarah, which was really great. It was great to catch up. And then I saw Sarah again on the Wednesday morning into late afternoon. So before we go on to that, I just want to show you something that she got me. So the lovely Sarah, when I saw her on the Sunday, she appeared with a gift bag. And in this gift bag there were some birthday goodies for me, bless her. So she had put me a couple of bottles of my favourite cider in there. She put me a couple of bags of my favourite sweets and some money. So with the money, while I was at Ladybird last weekend, I got some really beautiful fabric from Sharon, Llewellyn's Fabric. So this is a 28 count even weave. I think that's coming up pretty true to life actually. It's a lovely grey and it's so soft. So I got this out the money that Sarah gave me. And she also stitched me this. Now I've never had anything stitched for me before, so this does hold a very special place in my heart. So thank you Sarah, I do absolutely love it. So she stitched me this for my birthday, and isn't it great? Absolutely love it, I do. So that will sit proudly on my shelf up there. So I do appreciate those, Sarah, thank you very much. So I went to Sarah's on the Wednesday and we had a lovely continued catch up, and then her daughter came back from school, and bless her heart, she's seen me on video chat when I've video chatted with Sarah, and she's seen me on Sarah's TV, so obviously she's quite shocked to see me sitting in her living room, you know, in the flesh. And she was very cool, you know, she acted very cool, you know. Oh, hello Tan, you know. And so I just want to give a big shout out and say hello Amelia, it was lovely to meet you in the flesh, and now you're doubly famous. Bless her heart. She says, oh, I'm famous because she's obviously been on Sarah's Flosstube, and now she's getting a shout out from me, so she's doubly famous now. So it was lovely to meet little Amelia, bless her heart. So yeah, I had a really lovely time up the northeast, and then I came back home and had a really lovely long weekend with Rich. Was really nice. I had a really nice stitchy day on the Monday with my friend Ali and Yvonne. That was lovely. The usual stitch, go and have something nice for dinner, and then continue stitching. So that was really lovely. And then I came home. So I went to the Ladybird retreat at the weekend just gone, and I have many things to show you. Now, I thought this video was going to be quite lengthy, but I don't think it's going to be that long. Amazing. So got to the Ladybird, met up with old friends, met some new people. It's such a lovely retreat. I go to I have two favourite retreats, and that's Ladybird and Floss Friends. I did really enjoy Sweary Stitchers, but I wasn't really at a great place mentally when I was there, so I didn't experience it as amazing as I could have done. But Ladybird, it's like going home, you know, it's like going home to old faces, you know. I absolutely love it. It's definitely my happy place. It's definitely my comfort spot, and I do feel very at ease there. You know, there's so many people there that I know, you know, table to table. I know faces because I've been going there since last year. So that was my third retreat, and I just want to say a very big thank you to Lady Jo Bird. You did an amazing retreat as always. Yes, there was a few little bits and pieces with food and seating, and well, to be fair, I enjoyed all the food. It was a bit of a salmon gate, I'm not gonna lie. I do like salmon, but that was a lot of salmon. But to be fair, I had an amazing time, as I always do at your retreats, Jo, and I just want to say a very big thank you for everything that you do, and thank you for the amazing gifts. So that brings me on to gifts. So while I was at the Ladybird retreat, Jo always likes to give her attendees a gift as a thank you for coming, you know, and it's little things like that that, you know, are special, you know. So she gave us, because it's clear I'm trying to, so she gave us this very handy corner gauge. Now, I was going to buy one of these from somewhere, I can't remember where, and so I was absolutely chuffed to bits when she came around giving us these, because I've been after one of these for ages. So I'm absolutely chuffed to pieces with that, because as normally I start in the left hand corner. It's easy to do with full coverages, but when you're stitching a piece where it's got random stitches, it's hard to figure out where to put that first stitch, so that will come in very much in handy. I also got some haul of Jo while I was there. So Jo is handmade by Ladybird, and she makes bags, which I do actually have a bag from Jo. So this is my amazing Harry Potter bag from Jo, which I take everywhere with me. I've also had grime guards from Jo, so this is from Jo as well. And because I'm very much a bobbin person, but since discovering the ease of floss drops and how easy it is to kit up with floss drops, I've kind of gone down the floss drop route. And I swore I would never have any floss drops that was more than 20 in a project, but yeah, that just didn't happen, did it? So obviously my floss drops are all in a bag, and it stresses me out when they all get knotty and messy, you know. So Jo came up with this amazing contraption. So she sent me photos of an idea she was doing, and I said, oh, I like the look of that, can you do me one? So she did. So this is a floss roll, of course it had to match because I'm very much matchy. And it's amazing because it opens up, and then you have all of your floss on the little rings. I mean, granted, this isn't big enough for the amount of floss in this project, but I've just put 2 on each one and it's fine. But how amazing is that? So it'll keep all the floss nice and neat together, you know, and it's just amazing. I love it, and it matches everything, and obviously it's my current whip as well, so yeah, great stuff. So that was my bit of haul from Joe. And obviously because Sharon was there and I've been wanting to buy some fabric when I first saw her in April. I was like, I need to get some fabric. So I also brought some fabric from Sharon. No, that's a bit washed out. Oh, it's better if I come closer. So that was the fabric I got through from Sharon. Now I think this will be absolutely amazing for some happy mail I'm going to show you. So I got this fabric. This is, I don't think it's got a name. She does name some of her fabrics, but not all. So this is a 28 count even weave. No name on it, so I think this was like a trial piece. And then I went on the D-stash table and I just couldn't resist this. I mean, there is bits of pink in it, but it's, oh, look at that. Oh, how gorgeous is that? It's looking a little bit washed. It's a bit close. It's not quite true to life. It's looking a bit washed out, but it is a little bit brighter than that. But look how gorgeous that is, and look at the back as well. It's just absolutely beautiful. Now, I've no idea what I'm going to put on this. No clue, but I'll find something. So that was 28 count even weave as well. And then while I was on the D-stash, I came across this beautiful fabric. Now this was from Megan Coffee Craft. Oh, that's ish, sort of true to life. So this is 28 count linen, because I've found that that's obviously my sweet spot. So I got that fabric as well. It's looking a bit washed out there. It's a little bit darker. That side. Yeah, that's a bit more true. But yes, so I got that as well off the D-stash table. Because I don't actually have much of a fabric stash really. So my plan was to get a good amount of fabric, and it just so happened that I have got some amazing stitchy friends that were treating me to birthday goodies. So the last thing that I brought that I will show you, sorry for the crinkles. So I ordered these with Rachel a few months ago when I knew I was going to be starting my Poltergeist Pirates, which is the buttons I need. So that'll come talk about plans later, but yes, those are the buttons. So I don't need them just yet, but they're ready to go. All right then. So while we're still at the Ladybird retreat, my lovely friend Tarina, whose birthday was in June, she says to me, I want to buy you something for your birthday, but you're so picky that I don't know what to get. Now, it's quite funny that a lot of people are saying this to me, because my sister said this to me, my mum has said this to me, Rich has said this to me. But I'm not picky, I'm just I know what I want, you know. So maybe sometimes it's a bit easier to just ask me and I'll point you in the direction, you know. So Tarina got me this beautiful sandy coloured fabric. Again, this is 28 count even weave, and this one is called Miranda. So I got this from Luella's Fabrics. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. And then the lovely Georgie, Crafty Road Gamer, got me this beautiful piece, which is also 28 count. It's looking grey, but it is actually lilac. No idea what I'm going to stitch on it, but it's always good to have for later, you know. So yeah, and that doesn't have a name either, so that was obviously a test. And then the lovely Leanne came up to me and said, I want to get you something for your birthday, but I don't know what to get you. So she took me over to took me over to Rachel's shop, and I says, I picked up 2 charts that I know I really want to stitch. That's a paper chart, but if you get a good enough picture, you can normally put it into markup, which is how I did my Halloween and Seaside Tiny Town. So she got me Harvest Tiny Town. It was a toss-up between this and Blooming Tiny Town, but I knew I most likely would stitch this one first, so I chose this one. So thank you very much for that, Leanne. So my lovely friends got me some lovely bits and pieces, and I just want to say thank you. You truly are amazing, and I hold you all very close to my heart. I think that was it in the way of the Ladybird. Oh yes, another thing, I did win on the raffle actually. I didn't expect to win, so there I was stitching away, you know, covered in hand cream. Don't ask. So Jessie's friend Flo came. It was her first retreat, and she was one of the first, I think, to win on the raffle, and she came back with this pack of, I think it was 7 hand creams. So instead of keeping it for herself, she passed it around the table and got everyone to pick one. So I picked one out and I squirted it and I tried it a little bit on my hands, and I was like, oh, actually that's quite, it's not too greasy, which is good because you don't want greasy fingers when you stitch. I was like, oh, that's really good. And then as I was trying to put the top on it, I ended up getting covered in it. So yeah, it went literally everywhere. It was funny at the time, but I managed to not drop an entire tube of it down, because it was only like a little tiny tube. I don't have it to hand, but it's only like a little tiny tube that you get in like a gift set. So yeah, so while I was trying to stitch and sort out my mess, I got my raffle was called out. I didn't even realise until Joe next to me, Belushi Stitches, says, oh Tan, it's you. And I was like, oh right, okay. So obviously I've been having problems with my knee, so it took me a while to get up there. So when I finally got up there, I got this. So when I saw everyone had gone to the big stitch and they got these little pots, I was absolutely gutted because I really wanted one, and I thought there's got to be a way for me to get one, and luckily I didn't have to, because I won these, and these came in the top. Now I love rainbow, and with me having quite big fingers, luckily they fit, so that's quite good. So that was my lovely prize. Fabulous. I think that was everything from Ladybird. Moving on to some happy mail that I got. So the lovely Liz, who won my giveaway in my last video, sent me some goodies as a thank you. Now, she didn't have to. I don't do giveaways to receive thank yous. I do giveaways because I appreciate you all coming and subscribing, and you know, it's my thank you to you. So it was lovely, really lovely to receive these. So I received a lovely chart. Now she did say to me if I wasn't keen I could do these on giveaways, but this is seriously cute. So she gave me this chart, which is by Scattered Seed Samplers. Home Sweet Home. Very cute. I like that. I'll definitely stitch that because that is super cute. And then she gave me this bag. And it wasn't until I looked on the back and I was like, oh, it's a Cheshire cat. And I do love the Cheshire cat, I'm not gonna lie. Cheshire cat and the Mad Hatter are my favourite out of Alice in Wonderland. So she couldn't have got that more perfect if she tried. And along with that, she also sent me a lovely thank you card, which doubles up as a birthday card as well. My second stitched piece. How cute is that? That's a lot of backstitch. I appreciate just the backstitch alone. So thank you very much for all that, Liz. It's very, very much appreciated, and I will treasure those. And then my last bit of happy mail, I organised a stitchy day in September, I think it was, or was it the end of August? Just a very impromptu stitchy day that I normally organise monthly, but it's normally a bit more in advance. And a lady came, Donna, it was her first stitchy day, and she was showing, I started following her page on Facebook, and she was showing me some of the charts she'd stitched, and one of the ones I saw was one I saw actually Holly the cross stitch addict was stitching, and I was like, oh amazing, I need to source that, but I can't find it on 123 stitch. And when I saw she was doing it, she says, well, I've still got the chart. When I finish with it, I'll pass it on to you. And I says, oh, that would be amazing. So she sent me this. Literally, my friend Teresa came up to me at the Ladybird retreat and was like, oh, there you go. And I was like, right, okay. Funnily enough, me and the girls were just talking about this, and I couldn't remember who it was I saw stitching it other than Holly. And then I remembered it was Donna. So I'd completely forgot all about it. So yes, I will be starting this at some point. And if you remember that fabric that I got, is that the one? I think that will be perfect. I think that will be perfect for that. I'm also thinking about doing Halloween Harvest Tiny Town on that as well. Yeah, I think that will be perfect. So we shall see. So that's all of my haul, happy mail, whips, finishes. I think that's basically everything I need to mention. I don't really have any Flosstubers to mention this time apart from one, and that's Citrus Stitcher, who I found just a few days ago, I think. They've got 2 videos up at the moment, and he has the most adorable Sphinx cat. I absolutely want a Sphinx cat. So welcome to Flosstube. If you haven't seen his videos, then definitely go and check him out. I very much enjoyed his videos. And I think that's all the Flosstubers I've got to mention this time around. I think that's everything from me. So I've got a very exciting weekend coming up. I've got my birthday meal, like I said, tomorrow with all my family. And then I've got a very exciting stitchy day on Saturday with 29 other people who I can't wait to see. Some of them I saw obviously last weekend, and some of them I haven't seen. God, some of them I haven't seen since last year. So it's been a while, and it just means the world to me that the travelling as far as Taunton, you know, to come and spend the day with me. So it really means the world that people are coming to celebrate my special birthday. So that's really nice. So I'm really looking forward to sitting and stitching and eating cake and just chatting all things cross stitch, and yeah, can't wait, super excited. So if you're watching this and you're going to be there, then I can't wait to see you, and I can't wait to celebrate with you. plans. I nearly forgot plans. So my plans for this month is my birthday start. I am doing Poltergeist Pirates. So this is this one. I am doing it on the called for fabric and no regretting my life choices, because I decided that I was going to take it to my stitchy day on Saturday. I basically put it on the frame, added a couple of stitches, and then thought, crap, this fabric's dark. This fabric's really dark. Now, you know me, I always stitch on light fabrics. I always stitch on white. The darkest I've ever stitched on is probably this colour, grey. So I am struggling to see it. So I'm taking it with me on Saturday to continue last stitching, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to stitch on it unless it's like really, I think it's going to need some concentration, you know, until I get used to doing it on dark fabric, because it's 2/2 on dark fabric. So yeah, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. So that's what my buttons are for. And the other new start I will be doing is obviously the November Quaker, which looks like this. And I'll probably most likely, so my plan is to put a good few stitches on Poltergeist Pirates. And then I am going to focus on finishing my Carolyn Manning piece, because I want to get that over and done with. Oh, I forgot a finish. I forgot to show you another finish. It's just occurred to me. So if you're still here, this was my other finish, which I have now completed, and I will be passing this to Amy on Saturday, and she will then stitch hers. And I think Ro is sending her piece to me, which I will be stitching. So the plan, as I was saying, I'm going to put some stitches into Poltergeist Pirates. That's got a start, a proper start at least. Then I'm going to focus on my Carolyn Manning. As soon as my round robin piece comes from Ro, I'll do some stitching on that. Hopefully get that finished this month. If it goes over to November, that's fine, because we have like a 2-month leeway. And then I will start my November Quaker and hopefully get that done before November. So that's my plans. Yeah, I think I've remembered everything. If I haven't, then I will tell you about it in the next video. So I think that's it, yeah. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you for taking the time out to come and watch. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, then please do so. I would very much appreciate you coming back. If you obviously like what you saw. So yeah, thank you very much for stopping by, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care everyone.